Hello everyone, welcome back to our lecture series in DC machines and transformers. So, in last class we were discussing the same question, design a 4-pole simplex lap winding for armature containing 20 slots. So, we are having a particular machine where its armature is having number of slots S is equal to 20, it's given. And we have to make the winding, how many conductors are required, how many coils we want to connect, from where we have to start, from in which slot we have to place first conductor, where we have to place the finishing side of that coil. Such things we want to draw the entire winding diagram. Then only we can wind the machine. That is the importance of winding diagram. So we are having 20 slots and simplex lap winding, they are already told you that they want a simplex lap winding. So in last video we discussed what is simplex winding, what is duplex winding, such things. And generally in your exams you may be only asked which simplex type of winding. Otherwise it will be too much complicated that you cannot complete within half hour time. Okay, so number of slots is 20. Assume singleton coil, that is the normal thing. All the coils, the simple coils are singleton coils. Singleton coil means one starting end, one finishing end. Only two conductors for a coil. If it is two-turn coil, we know that it will rotate twice to make the second turn and it will finish, go to the segment. It will go to commutator segment. This is two-turn coil, this is one-turn coil. Already it is specified that simplex winding, so generally it will normally having a single-turn coil. Okay, so number of coils we can easily find out from number of conductors. In case of general coil or simply they are not mentioning anything like singleton, doubleton, you have to assume that it is a simple singleton coil. For a singleton coil, number of coils or number of turns is equal to number of coils or turns is equal to number of conductor segments Z into 2. Here we can see there is two conductors and it is one coil or one turn, like that. So we are having 20 slots, singleton coil, okay, no issue, singleton coil, but here we have to be very focused. Two conductors per slot. Even though it is a singleton coil, they are placing two conductors per slot. How it is possible? It is possible because they are placing one coil like this in a slot and its finishing end is placed correspondingly on the other slot. That coil is over, but some space is left unused. Inside the slot there is much more space is available so that you can use it again. So you will place one conductor here and corresponding finishing conductor here. So this is one coil and it is no direct there is no direct connection with the second coil. But in each conductor in each slot there is two conductors. So you are isolating, there is no electrical connection between these two conductors, you are isolating these conductors, but instead of making 40 slots, you just decided to make only 20 slots and you are placing two conductors in a slot. That is the meaning. Okay, I hope it is clear. It is not double turn. The coils are single turn, but you are using the slot twice. One coil is finished. After some time, at some other time point of winding, you are using the slot again to place another coil. Actually, you can make it like this also, two small slots and one in this one and other one is this one. Both are same. Instead of making two small slots, you are making a big slot and you are insulating in between these two conductors. That is the case. So it is a two conductor system where each slot is containing two conductors. So we know that there is 20 slots. Okay. Now tell me, how many coils will be there? Number of coils. Similarly, how many conductors is there? Number of conductors. Number of conductors we can easily find out that we are having 20 slots and each slot is having two conductors. So how many conductors? 40 conductors. And how many coils? We know that as it is singleton coil, each coil is having two conductors. So number of coil is equal to number of conductors into 2. So number of conductors into 2. Sorry. Here there is a small mistake. It is set by 2. So number of conductors by 2. So that is 20 coils. Okay, up to this moment everything is okay. Up to this moment everything is okay. Now we are moving into the actual situation of winding. If it is the first conductor which comes under north pole and correspondingly we are having a south pole, it is lap winding. So first conductor of north coil is connected to first conductor of south coil. And it will again come back to the second conductor of north pole. Again it will go to the second conductor of south pole, like that. So this is my question, which is back pitch, which is front pitch. You already know these things. Front pitch is, yes, tell me, which is back pitch and which is front pitch. If you don't know these things, you please revise the previous classes in order to get the correct idea of back pitch, front pitch, pole pitch, etc. Because these things are very, very important. Okay. So this is the thing. If you are facing any difficulty in memorizing back pitch and front pitch, this is the thing. We are looking from this side of machine. Like if current is going towards inside, we will mark like this. If current is coming towards outside, we will mark like this. So we are looking from this side. We are always looking from this side. This is ice. Okay, we are looking from this side. So front pitch means you have to tell about this connection. And back pitch means you have to tell about the back side connection. Now I think you may get a clear idea. So which is back pitch? This connection. Distance between two conductors which are starting end and finishing end of same coil. This is the first coil. Its starting end and finishing end. They are connected with the back end connection. That's why we are calling it as back pitch. If you calculate, you will get some number of conductors. And what is front pitch? You have to check the distance between the front end connections, this conductor and this conductor. This is the front end connection. This is the front end connection. So this is finishing end of first coil and beginning end of next coil. This is finishing end of one coil. This is beginning end of the second coil. So the distance between these two conductors, this is known as front side because connected with the front connection. So this is known as front pitch YF. From the view you can see that YB is greater than YF. Okay. Such a winding is known as progressive winding. progressive winding. There is some other type of winding where you are not drawing like this, you have to draw in the opposite fashion. Then you will get YF is greater than, okay, YF is greater than YB, and that winding is known as retrogressive winding. Retrogressive winding. Generally, in your exams, they will not specify whether it is progressive or retrogressive. All the windings that you may have to come across are generally progressive type winding. Suppose in the exam, if they are mentioning retrogressive, you have to take another calculation. Generally, they will not mention anything like progressive or retrogressive. So that will be progressive. Progressive is very easy for drawing. Retrogressive is also easy, but you have to go through that concept. So I am not going to the details of retrogressive winding. We are only mentioning the progressive winding in this class. Okay, now it is the time to find what is the value of YB and YF. Then only we can find the exact positions of coils. I know this is the first slot, okay, and this is the number of slot corresponding to the south pole, first conductor of south pole. This is first conductor of or first slot of north pole. But for easy understanding, I have to get how many conductors in between. There are some more conductors. So for that calculation, we have to find pole pitch. Pole pitch, PP. Pole pitch. We know that pole pitch is the number of conductors spanned by each pole. Number of conductors spanned by each pole. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is the pole pitch in this example because total 5 conductors are there. Now only 2 are used. I will use all the conductors while completing the winding diagram. So pole pitch is equal to 5. Suppose in this question we know that 20 slots are there. In this question, 20 slots are there and 40 conductors are there. So exactly 40 conductors are there. So pole pitch is actually, this is just this number I got from just this example, not the actual case. Actually, what is pole pitch? Pole pitch is number of conductors per pole set by P. In this case, it is 40 by number of poles 4, that is 10. 10 is the pole pitch. So actually, we need 10 conductors according to this example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is the correct case. Pole pitch is 10. Then I have to get YB and YF from this 10. From the view itself, you can see YB is just one step ahead of the pole pitch and YF is just one step behind the pole pitch. For your logic only, I am telling this thing. You please work out on that because pole pitch is this, 10 is the pole pitch, and YB, in order to get YB, you have to just add with the pole pitch. One slot you have to add with the pole pitch. Correspondingly, YF you have to minus 1 from the pole pitch. Anyhow, you have to find that equation by heart. That is, YB is equal to pole pitch plus 1 and YF is equal to pole pitch minus 1. So, we will be going into that area. Okay. So, I already told you that YB is equal to pole pitch plus 1 and YF is equal to pole pitch minus 1. This condition is applicable for progressive winding. So generally you know that in case of retrogressive winding, the relation will be different. Here YB is greater than YF. So what will be the condition in case of retrogressive winding? YB is equal to pole pitch minus 1 and yf is equal to pole pitch plus 1, so that yf is greater than yp. This is the condition for retrogressive winding. Everything will be same. The only thing you have to check that you have to ensure that the condition is okay. This condition is satisfied. Then you can do the problems of retrogressive winding also. Nothing will happen. So you can refer some textbooks for problems in this area. I will not be dealing those problems due to time constraint. Okay, so now we can apply this. So we already got that pole pitch is equal to number of conductors per by pole, that is 40 by 4, that is 10. 10 conductors. 10 conductors. You can also find pole pitch, or you can also express pole pitch in terms of slots. Then you will get 20 by number of slots by number of poles. Then you will get 5 slots. This is conductors, 10 conductors. You have to write like that. In terms of slots, you will get that pole pitch is equal to 20 slots by number of poles. Then you will get 5 slots. Anything pole pitch will tell you about the distance under each pole. It can specify in terms of number of conductors or in terms of number of slots. You know that in this arrangement we are having 2 conductors per slot. 2 conductors per slot. This is the case. You are having 5 slots and 10 conductors under each pole. This is the north pole. So everything is same. You want to express the distance. You can express the distance in terms of conductors or in terms of slots, because you cannot bring a scale into the machine and measure the distance in centimeter. That's why you are always specifying the peripheral distance in terms of slots or conductors. Anyhow, pole pitch is the distance spanned by each pole. Distance spanned by each pole measured in terms of number of slots or number of conductors. So I hope it is clear. Pole pitch is 10 conductors. Now here, so YB is equal to 10 plus 1, that is 11, and YF is equal to 10 minus 1, that is 9. Okay, so its average value will be 11 plus 9, 20 by 2. Again you will get the pole pitch 10. So average value of front pitch and back pitch will give you the pole pitch. Okay, so now it's the time for drawing the winding table. The winding table is actually a lengthier table. Winding table tells you from first conductor to which conductor you have to go, and then you have to front connect to the next coil. To which number of conductor you have to do the connection. The pattern, the winding diagram just explains you the pattern, how you have to go, because while doing the winding you cannot check every time pole pitch plus 1, like taking back minus 1, that is not possible. So you need the entire table. By checking the table you can easily place the windings. Okay, so now we are moving into the winding table concept. Now we are trying to arrange the data in a table, and this table is known as winding table. This table is known as winding table, where we will get all the data related to a machine's winding. Okay, so we are starting from first conductor. Anyhow, everyone knows that the procedure will start from the first conductor like this, and it will go to some other conductor. This is the starting end and this is the finishing end. This is the first coil. So we know that we will start from 1. But to which conductor we want to connect it? That is our question. For that we need this connection. This is back end connection. Back connection. And for a machine, this side is front end. Again this will come back to the same pole because this is lap winding, and it will again connect to some other conductor. What is the number of this conductor and what is the number of this conductor? That is the data we need to start with. So from 1 to this conductor we have to use the back connection data or YB, back pitch data. For connecting from this conductor to the new coil conductor we need front connection data, that is nothing but YF. That is the concept. So we already got that back pitch is 12 and front pitch is 9. That we, sorry, back pitch is 11 and front pitch is 9. That we already got. Now from 1 to this finishing end we have to add this back pitch because this is the back connection. So we have to add that back pitch value. So it will goes to 1 to 12. So if this is 1, this will be 12. Then we want to come back to the original pole, original north pole. Suppose this will be north pole and this will be south pole. We are coming back to original north pole. So we are standing at 12th conductor. Now I want to find what is the number of this conductor. So I need to use front connection data. This is front connection, YF. So YF is 9. YF is 9. So we are going to minus that YF from the existing conductor. 12 minus 9, that is 3. So front connection, it is coming from 12 to 12 minus 9, that is 3. So this conductor is 3. This is the procedure. Now I am going to repeat the same thing to find the second conductor. So 3 to some new conductor, that we will find like 3 to some new conductor. Its value will be 3 plus back pitch 11. Here you can see plus back pitch, that is 14. And here we are now standing at 14. So this is 14th conductor. We are now starting at 14th conductor. Now we want to come back to a new conductor. What is the number of that conductor? That is 14 to 2, or you can use an arrow mark. 14 to 14 minus front pitch minus YF. 14 minus 9. That is equal to 5. Okay. Again, now we are starting at 5. So 5 to 5 plus 11, that will be 16. Anyhow, you can see, check that the difference will be 2 and this difference will be 2 up to a time. Up to an extent you can blankly fill this data. Anyhow, don't fill the data blankly, we can do in the same procedure. Then 16 to 16 minus 9, that is equal to 7. Then 7 to 7 plus 11, that is 18. And 18 to 18 minus 9, that is 9. Again 9 to 9 plus 11, that is 20. And 20 to 20 minus 9, that is 11. Again 11 to 11 plus 11, that is 22. Again 22 to 22 minus 9, that is 13. You can just check. 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. All are differed by value of 2. 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13. Like that. Even numbers and odd numbers are coming. Okay. Now we are starting at 13. 13 to 13 plus 11, that is 24. And 24 to 24 minus 11, that is 15. 15 to 15 plus 11, that is 26. 26 to 26 minus 9, that is 17. 17 to 17 plus 11, that is 28. And 28 to 28 minus 9, that is 19. 19 to 19 plus 11, that is 30. 32, 30 minus 9, that is 21. Okay. 21 plus 11, that is 32. And 32 minus 9, that is 23. 23 plus 11, that is 34. And 34 minus 9, that is 25. 25 plus 11, that is 36. 36 minus 9, that is 27. 27 plus 11, that is 38. And 38 minus 9, that is 28. Now we are going to some new twist. You will be really careful now because we are approaching 38 and we know that total number of conductors is 40. We are just having 40 conductors. What happened when you reach the 40th conductor? That is, you are starting from this side and you are going like this. You are completing the entire winding. At last point, suppose you are reaching to again back to a particular value, means this is a closed structure. It will go up to 40. Is there any 41? No. The 41 will be 1 itself. 42 will be 2 itself because it is a cylindrical thing and we are just cutting the one side and we are opening it and placing in a paper like this. Actually, this is a cylindrical thing and I am opening it. Suppose this is the machine, it is a cylindrical thing and I am opening it and placing in a paper. So this side represent 1 and this side represent 40. So 41 means it is 1 itself. It is a cylindrical thing. So that is the thing. You have to be very careful about the count when you reaches the maximum number. Okay. Okay, there is a small mistake. 38 minus 9. Okay, that's okay. It's 29. Previously it was 28. Please correct it. It is 29. Now we are doing 29 plus 11, that is 40. And 40 minus 9, that is 31. Here it is okay because 40 is there. The last conductor is 40th conductor. Now it's okay. Now 31. So from 31 to 31 plus 11, that is 42. But we know that 42 is not there because we are just having 40 conductor and at the 40th conductor the winding will get closed. So 42 is nothing but it is 2 itself. 41 is nothing but 1 itself and 42 is 2 itself. If you want a step, you can write it as 42 minus 40, that is 2. But I don't suggest you to write like this. You can write 42, that is nothing but in bracket 2 itself. So now you are starting at 2, not in 42, you are at 2. So again 2. Now here comes an issue. Can you write like this? Because you want to minus 2 to 9. So that is not possible. That will go to a negative value. So what we will do is, we will subtract like 42 minus, we are at 2 to 42 minus 9. That is equal to 33. Now it is okay. Again 33 plus 11, that is 44, and 44 is nothing but 4. 44 is 4. How you will get the step? 44 minus 40 is 4. And now we are starting at 4. So 4 to which conductor? For that you cannot write like 4 minus 9. You have to write like 44 minus 9, that is 35. Now from 35 to 35 plus 11, that is 46, that is nothing but 6 itself, and 6 to 46 minus 9, that is 37. Is it okay? Yes. Now from 37 to 37 plus 11, that is 48, that is nothing but 8 itself, and from 8 to 48 minus 9, that is 39. Okay, now it's okay, 39 it is there in the conductor. Now 39 to 39 plus 11, that is equal to 50, that is nothing but 10, and 10 to 50 minus 9. What is 50 minus 9? That is 41. Is it permissible 41? No, 41 is not permissible, so that you have to minus 40. So you will get that 41 is 1 itself. 41 is nothing but 1 itself. From logic itself, you don't need this step. From the simple logic itself, you know 41 is 1 itself. Now you can see it started from 1 and ended at 1. The back connection, we are starting the front connection from 1, and we will do all the thing, and at last we will come back to this one. Now the winding will be over. It will be looking like this. We will do the entire thing. All the connections will be there. I will draw it neatly. At last it will come back to the original connection. So the winding will get closed. So this is the winding table. This is very important, and this is very simple. You can just see 12, 14, 16, 18, like that all the numbers are coming up to 40, and after that it is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And in this side 3, 5, 7, all the odd numbers are coming, and finally it will reach 41. It is nothing but 1 itself. Whenever you are getting the same value here, you can close the winding diagram. That is the concept. So winding diagram is over. Now we are moving to the steps to draw the winding table is over. Now we are moving to the winding diagram. We need to draw the winding diagram, so that we may need the entire board to draw it. So the table that you have to keep somewhere in the left side of the board for the quick reference. I will redraw it simply here, and then it will be very easy. Okay, so we can move into winding diagram.